welcome back to the channel. As y'all all seen, we entered the war, man.
It is official. The United States is currently at war. The United States has entered Israel's war against Iran. Donald Trump has just posted that the United States military has hit 3 nuclear sites in Iran. Let me repeat, the United States is at war. Let me read for you what Donald Trump posted. We have completed our very successful attack on the 3 nuclear sites in Iran, including Fordow, Natanz, and Esfahan. All planes are now outside of Iran airspace. A full payload of bombs was dropped on the primary site, Fordow. All planes are safely on their way home. Congratulations to our great American warriors. There is not another military in the world that could have done this. Now is the time for peace! Exclamation point. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Let me.
Is it gonna be peace? Yo, I'm gonna repeat this. Is it gonna be peace? Question mark. I don't know. This can either go horribly bad, or we're dead serious going to be a crazy war or something. I don't know. Nobody could predict what's going to happen. I know we have a strong military, but I know Iran got allies, right? Russia, China. So I don't know what's going to happen, but yeah.
Repeat, the United States is currently at war in Iran. The United States joining Israel, apparently with no other allies, U.S. and Israel. Donald Trump, Netanyahu against Iran. Donald Trump just posts, I will be giving an address to the nation at 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Pacific at the White House regarding our very successful military operation in Iran. This is an historic moment, this is all in caps now, for the United States of America, Israel, and the world. Iran must now agree to end this war. Thank you! Exclamation point. So after attacking Iran, Donald Trump is saying it was a successful operation and that Iran must now end the war after the United States just bombed Iran. It conjures images in my mind of when George W. Bush went on the ship and had the mission accomplished sign behind him, although that was not after the first few hours of an operation. Donald Trump also reposted open source Intel account that says Fordow.
This is Pod 5, the first fully immersive sleep system. Intelligent.
Is gone. We're learning some additional information about the strike as well. Reports out of Iran right now of some of the most heavy wide spectrum jamming of the war. Radios, GPS, and cell are all experiencing heavy degradation, most likely U.S. electronic warfare supporting the strikes. We also believe that the B-2s that were sent to Guam that we had been reporting about earlier in the day were a diversion. Other B-2s likely took off towards Iran, is what this account is saying, and many others in the intelligence space are saying as well. Trump announced that U.S. forces have struck Natanz, Fordow, and Isfahan nuclear facilities in Iran, and all aircraft are now out of Iranian airspace. An important thing to think about, as well as this account notes, I would not want to be on a tanker in the Strait of Hormuz right now. Very difficult hours ahead as the U.S. and other Gulf nations look to secure shipping. One of the things that Iran said it would do would be to shut down the Strait of Hormuz. And if that were to take place, that's where all of the oil leaves the Middle East from on its way to its destinations.
Why would anybody tell anybody what type of moves they're making? Why would Iran tell anybody what type of moves they're making? Why don't you just make the moves? I don't want them to. I'm just saying, like, why would you announce that? It's a social media shit.
That could have a massive shock on the supply chain of oil. Additionally, 3 senior Iranian officials have told the New York Times that they believe American forces had bombed Fordow and Natanz around 2:30 a.m. in Iran time. This is how Mark Montgomery III, a retired general. Here's how he had to say it, or how he was discussing how U.S. military assets were critical to destroying the nuclear facility. Play this clip.
Your thoughts on the targets, and what about Fordo?
So exactly right. They've hit Natanz, Isfahan, and other Iraq and other sites here, and done significant damage. They've been around Fordo, but the reality is the president's right. Prime Minister Netanyahu said they could take Fordow. I think a fair statement is they could do significant damage to Fordow, but the only way you're going to destroy Fordow, and it's not a guarantee, but the only possible way are B-2 stealth bombers delivering the GBU-57, that 30,000-pound weapon.
Now, here was the prior report about the United States moving B-2 bombers to the Pacific island of Guam earlier. Play this clip.
The United States is moving B-2 bombers to the Pacific island of Guam as President Donald Trump weighs whether the U.S. should take part in Israel's strikes against Iran. The bomber deployment was relayed to Reuters on Saturday by 2 U.S. officials. It's unclear whether the move is tied to Middle East tensions. The B-2 can be equipped to carry America's 30,000-pound GBU-57 massive ordnance penetrator designed to destroy targets deep underground.
And then Donald Trump met with his National Security Council within the past few hours. He was previously in Bedminster, New Jersey, golfing, and he was talking to the new members at his club in Bedminster, then congratulated the new members, then went back to Washington, D.C. to meet with the National Security Council, where it's believed that all these operations were taking place. Israeli media is saying that Israel has known for several days that Trump is, quote, on board, and yet Israel and the U.S. together created the feeling that there are disagreements in the American leadership in order to lull the enemy. There have been reports of tense conversations and of talks that are supposed to take place the next week. The goal was to create a diversion, allegedly, to prevent the Iranians from rushing to take action. But it should be noted as well that the United States was signaling to other countries, remember, 2 weeks, that it would try to see if there was a path towards negotiation. Many people are saying that 2 carries worth of Navy EA-18G Growlers were supporting this operation as well. Here's a clip right here of Donald Trump saying multiple times that he would never start a war in the Middle East and attacking others, neocons, etc., who have started wars in the Middle East before. Let's play this clip right here.
These globalists want to squander all of America's strength, blood, and treasure, chasing monsters and phantoms overseas. In addition, there must also be a complete commitment to dismantling the entire globalist neocon establishment that is perpetually dragging us into endless wars, pretending to fight for freedom and democracy abroad.
We should have never gone into the Middle East. We should have never gone into the Middle East. Under my leadership, we will turn the page forever on those foolish, stupid days of never-ending wars.
We're rebuilding our military stronger than ever before, and we are not going to deplete it again on stupid, senseless, endless wars.
Well, brother, it's too late. It's too late. Now, you said that, and now we're bombing shit. Way too late.
World War III has never been closer than it is right now. We need to clean house of all of the warmongers and America Last globalists and the deep state. I am the president who delivers peace.
I was the first president in decades who didn't start a war.
Trump in 2013 said, remember that I predicted a long time ago that Obama will attack Iran because of his inability to negotiate properly, not skilled, exclamation point. Right there, seeing if there's any other additional information to report right now as well. We will keep you posted every step of the way as we get more data, but that's what we have for now. The United States is at war. Donald.
Really, bro? An ability to negotiate, and you didn't know negotiation. Okay, maybe you did. It didn't work though. Iran don't care. They trying to step on business. So I get that. I don't really know what's going on, y'all. Maybe it's deeper than what we think, and we just get fed what we should get fed or something. I don't know if that was a valid bombing or not. Ain't no valid bombings. I hate war. I think all the leaders should get in the ring and start boxing each other or stabbing each other or something, because it's, yeah. I don't know. Y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comment section. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe on the channel, and I'm going to try to keep y'all updated as best I can, y'all. I love y'all. Peace and love.